and wish him well in telling us a few wonderful words.
Your wife is missing.
No. She's taking time.
It's his aura, it's beautiful.
Good evening. My siblings and I would like to thank everyone for coming this evening. The large turnout just reinforces what we already know, what special people our parents are. While I was not part of the nominating committee for tonight's banquet, I can only posit that one of the reasons my parents were chosen as this evening's honorees was because of the generosity and hospitality that they perform in the community at large. They assist in providing meals for people, help weekly in the Shul kitchen, constantly host guests for Shabbos meals, and much, much more. This week, we will be reading Parshas Truma, the portion in the Torah that discusses the building of the Mishkan and the crafting of its vessels. One of these vessels is the shulchan, the golden table which was housed within the temple sanctuary. Rabbeinu Bachai, the mid-13th to early 14th century commentator on the Torah, asks the following question. Umat tzorech haya b'mishkan v'mikdash la'asos b'hem shulchan. What was the purpose to have this golden table in the Mishkan, in the tabernacle, and in the Beis HaMikdash, in the temple? He gives two answers that I believe both apply to my parents, and they're being honored this evening. The first one, the Rabbeinu Bachai continues, is based on the basic understanding of what the shulchan was. V'al-derech hapshat. Hotzrach ha-shulchan b'beis Hashem b'lechem asher alav. The shulchan was necessary to have in the house of God, and the bread that was upon it, liyos shoresh davar shetichul habracha bo, so that God had something in this world to bring his blessings through. V'al-kei nikra shulchan, and this is why it is called a shulchan, from the root shalach, which means to send. Sha'akadosh Baruch Hu sholeach berchaso v'lechem sha'alav, God sends his blessing to the bread that was placed upon it. Umisham, and from there, habracha mishtaleach b'chol hamazonos v'yavo sova l'chol ha'olam. The blessing gets sent out to all the other food in the world, and people find sustenance in it. But now that we no longer have the shulchan, or the lechem apanim, the bread that was placed upon it, what vehicle does God use to bring blessings of sustenance to the world? I believe he continues to bestow these blessings in the world through caring and giving people, who can serve as his emissaries to impart this blessing on others. Emissaries such as my parents. Rabbeinu Bachai continues with a more homiletic explanation. Al derech hamedrash. Ki hu mizevach kapara la'adam. The point of the shulchan, the table, and the bread being placed upon it, it's as if it's a sacrifice being brought by a person to atone for his sins. The bread that was placed there was considered like a sacrifice being brought onto the altar. And this occurs when a person uses his own table to do unto others, to help the poor people, and to be generous to other people. And he continues and says, Achshav, nowadays, she'ein Beis HaMikdash kayam, when there is no Beis HaMikdash, there is no temple that exists, Adam ischaper al yidei shulchan, people can seek atonement in their own tables. We see how even in the absence of our temple, we have the ability to atone for our sins through our actions. By providing food for people in need, the Rabbeinu Bachai says, it is as if one brought sacrifices up on the temple altar. This merit is so great that he continues with an anecdotal remark how the pious people of France used to have their coffins made out of their dining tables. So this amazing mitzvah would escort them into the next world. While we are here tonight to honor my parents, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that these traits have been imbued in them by their parents. Both my maternal and my paternal grandparents are paradigms of these qualities of generosity and hospitality in their communities as well. We see from the Rabbeinu Bachai that these attributes of kindness and generosity have the ability to usher both blessing and divine forgiveness into the world. I am sure that through the ongoing direction of our parents, my siblings and I will continue to follow in this tradition. Mommy and Daddy, as your children, there are no adequate words to thank you for all that you have done for us. You constantly teach us and guide us through your words and actions what it means to be an emissary of God in this world and how to constantly work on ourselves to become the best people we can. We can only strive to emulate you. We love you.
Beautiful. Thanks. To switch gears completely, to finish, to give out other of the fabulous door prizes.
We're all there.
It's my job to ruin a mood. The two pieces, just very quick. One which is a beautiful candle holders from Eli Chai, and the other which is several beautiful books and free passes to the Playseum. For the following two, the first gift that would go is 638542.
I don't want to get it.
Swearing
I
on
won.
your shoulder, I just want to tell you that.
Say 68,542.
But that was
Thank you.
Oh, I came up with that. 638472 for the books. Josh, come on, get it again.
I would have spoken what I've got.
638472. That's you. Well, congratulations. And one more, which is women's sunglasses from Shady Grove Eye and Vision Center. And thank them very, very much. Thank them very much. I know that you want it desperately, I know. But this is for you, sir. Thank you. No, you can turn your ticket in some other time. 638417. Whoever 638417 is, whoever this lucky person will be able to see in the sun. Or retro 80s be able to wear their sunglasses at night.
Wear them in good health.
I couldn't plan this good. I would say that for our next speaker, the honor truly is all of our congregations, and that we mourn with him in his loss in recent days.